Yeah, come on. Yo, this that spooky shit, that real, that's right. That GM Sonic shit. Hey yo, Mr. Clean. Shout out to Dracula Presley, Corval, Johnny Slash on the beat. Hey yo. Yo, it's the GM Sonic Show. Phantom opera flow, permissionless, immutable, unstoppable, spectacular. Gather with Corval and Dracula. Abracadabra, flip shit like a spatula. Few Andre Stan, the master of memes. DeFi king, half man, half virtual machine. No other team can match the collective expertise. No other chain can achieve the supersonic speeds. Home with the most creative tech. What's your favorite decks? Spooky swap, equalizer baits over necks. And when I place my bet, I never break a sweat. Worship the open source code like sacred text. Rest assured, battle tested and ready for war. I check the bribes, cast the vote and collect the rewards. Knock at the door, trick or treat. Move like a zombie, but usually I stay cooler than Fonzie. I get surgical with this, call me Dr. Doom. Break the sound barrier, hit you with a sonic boom. We got it wrapped like a mummy in a tomb. It's about time we address the elephant in the room. It's called Sonic. Yo, what's the new hot topic? GM Sonic. Straight up alpha, you can get it if you watch it. GM Sonic. Yo, what's the new hot topic? GM Sonic. Straight up alpha, you can get it if you watch it. Yo, since the Genesis block, consensus didn't stop. Innovating since day one and never missed the plot. I'm just a humble yield farmer, tending these crops like a routine. See you at the next epoch. Ayo, the DeFi Renaissance, yeah, we were part of that. Your favorite dap, Phantom is where it started at. Go to Paint Swap and cop an ancient artifact. Let's run it back so we can 20x the market cap. FTM's the pre-sale, S is the ticker. It's best to zoom out so you can see the bigger picture. Brand new tech, brand new insignia. No trivia, we stacking more chips than Nvidia. Graduated from Halloween to a sonic theme. The dead chain resurrected, make you wanna scream. Due diligence, follow the new primitives. Controlled by the citizens, built to move billions. Your mass adoption, that's the only option. We ain't stopping till we locked in the top 10. Who got the best community? Who got the most promise? Who got the most pumponomics? Phantom and now Sonic. Yo, what's the new hot topic? GM Sonic. Straight up alpha, you can get it if you watch it. GM Sonic. Yo, what's the new hot topic? GM Sonic. Straight up alpha, you can get it if you watch it.
Do I have your attention now? Do I have it? Good. I thought so.
Today's gonna be the gonna throw back you. By now you should somehow realize what I gotta do. I believe everybody feels the way I do about you now.
Back these hours on the street as a fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you had it all before, but never really had a doubt. I don't believe what anybody feels the way I do about you now.
Who is your competition?
We have no serious competition.
None.
Not presently.
Who's chasing you?
Well, if you mean chasing and has a serious chance of catching, and I think none that I'm aware of.
Come on! What's his name? I can't hear. What's his name? Hosanna! Forever! We love you! Hosanna! We praise you! Hosanna! You're worthy! Hosanna! You're worthy! Hosanna! We love you! We love you!
Hello and good morning. Welcome to GM Sonic with me, Corval. I said GM Sonic and I had to pause for a minute. I had to think because it's not really GM Sonic, is it? Without Drac here, without Mew Mew here. Just a CorvalCast, huh? Well, thank you guys for joining me on the CorvalCast. I've got a few people here I'm seeing coming in on the viewer count. I want to, ask the community here if anyone's in the comments here. Do you want the moon background, the calming aquarium, or an hour of crazy skateboarding? I think this might be too stimulating for you guys. I'll just stick with the calming fish tanks. I think that's kind of what we need right now. We need to be soothed. Thank you, Chung Sonic. I don't speak Vietnamese, but I'm sure that's beautiful. I think that's Vietnamese. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about the elephant in the room here. Okay, there was a rate cut on earlier this week, and Powell said some remarks that were a little leaving it open to interpretation. Really, I mean, it's pretty clear. There's gonna be more rate cuts this year. I think there was a lot of noise around this. I think Drac talked about it on the episode earlier this week where instability was on the way, and I think we're seeing it play out, right? I've had, you got big names like Ansem and the like saying things are going down forever. BitBoy had a stream today saying we're going down to 70,000. Oh, thank you, David. Fishes do look good. And Followed Zone, good morning. But yeah, so lots of people spreading some kind of negativity here. Very bearish sentiment starting to spread, which we were not really would have expected considering all of our hopes riding on rate cuts. We've been talking about rate cuts for years now, about when the rates come down, risk tolerance is going to go up, things are going to move in our favor. So I kind of implied this in our previous discussions about this, though, that this is not necessarily true, right? In that the economies themselves are fairly unstable. So rate cuts in themselves are not necessarily bullish long term, right? If we're going rate cuts into a Great Depression, it doesn't really matter that rates are lower. But we'll see. I'm still cautiously optimistic. I mean, it's a fat rate cut and we're expecting more. I mean, the money is going to flow. Whether or not people are confident enough to be moving into risk assets, we'll see. We'll see, guys. But let's talk about what we can actually know, what we can actually see right now. If we're looking at Bitcoin, we can see it's kind of entering a little downward correction here, right? This is kind of what we're seeing market-wide. Ethereum also, if we look on the hourly, getting kind of pounded over the last day. Bitcoin dominance kind of creeping up. So really kind of the worst case scenario for us right here in alts, all this stuff happening. But I honestly do believe going into next week, things will probably look a little bit better as the smoke clears, if you will. That's right, the Aqua Corval meta, dude. Yeah, I'm Aqua affiliated. Affinity. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's a little eel in the bottom here. He's pretty creepy looking. But those are my thoughts on it. I know I'm not Drac. I can't give you a lot of really good resistance talk. It's probably a lot of your own feelings echoed back at you. But I'm interested to hear what you guys think about the current position of the market. Sonic kind of been holding kind of steady while everything else has kind of been extremely volatile. I don't know about you guys, but it's making me feel like the other shoe is going to drop soon, right? We're going to have a big, huge correction one way or the other. So fingers crossed to the upside. I think most people are expecting things to break to the upside. But, I mean, that didn't stop all of my longs from getting liquidated over the weekend. So trade safe out there, guys. Now, I want to talk about this too. Let's move on to a little bit more, business talk, right, guys? We got Aster just launched. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Aster, but it is a hyperliquid competitor. I feel like we should make like a big chart of all of these because there are a lot of hyperliquid competitors coming out. They're coming out of the woodwork. So the big thing about Aster, though, right now is, let me actually pull the chart up here. This thing is crazy. Do I want to show it? Like, I'll do it like this. I just don't want you guys to see all my my stuff here. I don't know if I do this. Oh, this will work. Oh, this will definitely work. Okay, yeah. So, all right, here we go. Let's pull up the Aster chart. I'll put it on the 5 minutes just so we can fill it out some. So we have something to actually look at. Here we go. All right. Aster. Okay, so let me give you the pitch on Aster. Aster is backed by CZ and Binance. So this is on BNB chain. This is going to be their version of Hyperliquid. There's a couple differentiating factors, but real quick, I want to take a look at the chart, dude, because it's pretty nasty. Now, this is not the full chart. When I checked yesterday, before it was on Hyperliquid, it was like peaking at 44 cents, but this thing has been on a tear. It's gone from like 1 cent to 66 cents in a day. It's because it's got this support from CZ. CZ, if you don't know, Changpeng Zhao, former CEO of Binance. He got picked up by the feds, the U.S. feds. Eric Griffin. Who's Eric Griffin? Like Peter Griffin? Anyway, we got CZ, Changpeng Zhao, if you don't know, huge influential person in crypto, founder of Binance, got picked up by the feds a couple years ago, accused of some illicit activity in Binance. He took a deal. He's out. Binance is still going strong. But CZ kind of took a little bit of backseat. He wasn't really actively participating. But now people are really hyped because it seems that with the launch of this Aster product, that CZ has been taking a more aggressive stance on the timeline. He's out here supporting Aster explicitly. So let's go into a little bit of what is Aster. Just be aware. We're talking about like flying tulip competitors, right? This is like a bunch of them are coming up now. So Aster is the next-gen decentralized exchange for both new and pro traders. Offers perps, spots, one-click MEV-free transaction. The big thing for me was like the hidden orders, grid trading. I'm not really even sure what that is. I'm probably revealing myself. But the big thing to me was the shadow pools. CZ was talking about how a lot of big traders, they don't want to have their orders publicly on the order book. They only want their orders to show on the order book once it's cleared. So this seems to be kind of a platform more for the big boys. It's supposed to be pushing deeper liquidity. The numbers are kind of more in Aster's favor. They got more money to throw behind this thing, I think, than Hyperliquid did. Yeah, so if we look at this here, I don't want to look at growth. I want to look at the features here. Here we go. Tokenomics, allocation. Here we go. Tokenomics. Max supply 8 billion Aster. They got 1.65 already circulating, locked 6.3. Quite a lot locked. 80% locked up, 53% for airdrops, 30% for community liquidity. So it looks like he's being very aggressive here, right? This is pretty hot, dude. If you're big on betting on CZ, it seems like a smart bet to me, right? He seems like he's accomplished a lot. He's got a lot of weight to throw around, a lot of money to throw around, and this is a really aggressive approach here. 53% airdrop, they're going to do great. David Shaw is pointing out, I don't know anything about this, but interesting to check out. There's a perp dex on Solana called Bullet, uses the shadow concept. Be careful out there. Like, again, I don't know anything about that. But, David, thank you for bringing that to my attention because there's a lot of these perp decks coming out. Another one is Sun Perp, which, let me see here. I have that. I've got so many tabs, guys. Let me just do this. Sun Perp is another one that is being launched by Justin Sun. I think it just launched today. And this is on Tron. So these things are kind of sprouting like crazy, dude. There seems to be like a lot of opportunity. No, thank you. I appreciate it, David Shaw. We just got to be careful. No shade on you whatsoever. Now, this is a really emerging narrative. I'm really excited about it. It does kind of feel like Sonic's behind a little bit, though, right? We've been talking about Flying Tulip. Like, Flying Tulip's got me. Look, I'm hot. I'm excited because it's like we got our own, right? We got our own perp decks coming, and it's going to be the best one of them all, I'm sure, right? But the problem is these other ones are launching like really fast. So I'm eager to see more updates from Flying Tulip to see where we're at with that, because it feels like the window of opportunity is kind of closing at the moment. I could be wrong, I don't want to be Debbie Downer, but I'd like to see us move with the quickness, basically. Now let's see here. Okay. Where is it? I have it. Oh, here we go. Andre tweet here. This is what we want to talk about. Talking about Flying Tulip. I want to talk about this Andre tweet real quick. Andre tweeted this: for the longest time, the general philosophy has been mirroring traditional finance / equity. Build a business, generate revenue, IPO. I think we ended up simply copying this into our crypto world. Finally realized a token can in and itself be the product and doesn't need to be an afterthought. Token first. So I mean, like, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but one, it's got me a little bit of whiplash reading his post last week where he's saying like, fuck it, sell the token, I don't care. To now where he's saying the token is a product. It feels like this is a realization that maybe should have come a long time ago. I don't know. But it is interesting. It's showing this is the kind of stuff I want to see Andre tweet more, where it's kind of giving us like a window into like what he's thinking about. Like, what is the light dawns on Marblehead? I don't have time for gibberish, okay? So Andre, what I want to see is more stuff like this. If windows into what Andre's thinking about, concepts that he's thinking about, because it kind of gives us an idea of like what can we expect at a Flying Tulip. Phantom token came before the text, so AC just spitting facts, really. Fair enough. But I'm concerned, or what I want to see is like more of this, right? Because what can we glean from this idea is that he's not really expecting the token to be used for fundraising purposes, right? This is a product in itself. It's a tool that is going to be used to run the project itself. I'm interested to see how this plays out. I mean, I've seen people try to do this kind of stuff with DeFi stuff before, and it doesn't really play too hot. I mean, it works sometimes. One of the things that comes to mind is Silver Swap had like you pay like a token and you get like a share of the revenue for the day. I know Flying Tulip is much more sophisticated than this. We're going to have a lot more complicated tokenomic stuff going on, but I can't wait to see what he comes up with here, right? Hopefully it's good for my bags. Hopefully get Flying Tulip before 2026. Rumor on the street is before end of year, but that's far from a fucking promise. Pardon my language. I mean, that's just a rumor. Before end of year. It seems like, from what I've heard, raises are going well, so I don't know. It's on Andre and his team to execute at this point, so we'll see. I kind of jumped the gun there, but it tied to Aster and Sun Perp. I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you guys ever used Tron, but when I was doing a little investigation into this stuff, into Sun Perp and Sun Swap, I want to show you guys what they're working with over there. It was honestly like Tron's been around for so long. I hadn't used it in a really long time. I thought like it would have matured past this. It's like this looks like someplace I'm going to get robbed, doesn't it? Like, this does not look like a safe website. This looks like it was coded in like 98 or something. But what Sun Perp is like the actual is like, is there even like a site for it yet? Either way, they suck, dude. I haven't played with Aster yet, but I played with Sun Perp a little bit, and it's ass, dude. It's ass. Flying Tulip's gonna blow it away. You can't even see your liquidation price on Sun Perp, from what I could tell. But anyway, enough on Sun Perp. It's not even about Sonic, dude. This is GM Sonic. We gotta pivot to something a little bit closer here, a little closer to home. So let's talk a little bit about pump fun streams. Now, pump fun streams have been getting a lot of attention over the course of the week from what I've been seeing. A lot of guys making a lot of money streaming. It's been making me want to stream. People have been telling me I need to start pump fun stream. I have some reservations about it, mainly because I haven't even really launched a token or ran a token before, but I still get shit for tokens. So I'm kind of nervous about launching a token and having to deal with the fallout from that. But I might just do it because the money seems pretty dang good at the moment. But let's take a little look into how Pump Fun's live streaming works. If you guys are curious about it out there, I have some ideas of how I can use this to benefit Sonic too. I'm thinking about doing a stream. Maybe I just simulcast this. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit about live streaming on Pump Fun because I think it's kind of interesting. If you guys remember, last time they had live streaming, it was a huge disaster because they were like setting people on fire and like doing drugs and like animal abuse or whatever. They were doing all kinds of crazy stuff on Pump Fun, and it got taken down. So now they have a more strict moderation policy to control that. You know, no more like get this to $1 million or I kill my children, that kind of stuff that we were seeing before. So it makes it a little bit more tolerable of a place for me to be. It makes it a little bit more tolerable place for more bigger streamers, right? So what we've been seeing is a lot of streamers moving off of Twitch, Kick. It's usually not the big guys. It's not like really big streamers. It's streamers that have a pretty decent audience, but they're not like Kai Cenat is not going to come here, okay, dude. A lot of them are coming over just because the rates are better. And by the rates are better, I mean on Pump Fun streams, you get paid off of the trading fees, right? So the more volume you can create on the transactions, the more money you're going to make. So a lot of people are still just trying to pump to certain market caps, right? I mean, we could look. I don't know what I'm talking about. I could just show you the live streams. Look at this. We've got Farm Fuel. What is this? So this guy's just live streaming his farm. Okay. As you can see, there's lots of opportunity out here. You can do whatever you want, dude. And people are making money. Real cool. I'd love to see something like this on Sonic, but just because it's fun. But I do want to caveat this, and then I want to bring up a point here. I haven't seen a lot of people say this, but is this meta even sustainable for Pump Fun? Is this live streaming thing sustainable? Because most of these creator coins are going to go to zero, right? It's just like the meme thing. Most of them are going to go to zero. People are not going to be like, who's a trader that's like, I'm trading streamer tokens, right? Instead of trading Countdown to Anti-Semitism. Look, it's not anti-Semitic to Alon, okay? I have nothing against him going Jew mode. I'm quite pleased with the pump, right? I got in on that. But I don't know if this is a model that is replicable long-term. In theory, I suppose it is, right? That you can like have streamers consistently come in and they're making money off of the tokens or the trading, so they want it to go on. But I honestly feel like it's going to cause too much of a rift with the fans. I feel like it'll be difficult to build a community if you're constantly either dumping or you're capitalizing up of the volume. So it's less of like you getting a donation like you do on Twitch and more of like, I feel like I'm getting exploited by my streamer that I have a parasocial relationship with. But we'll see. Alon's a smart guy. Everyone doubted him when Pump first launched. And look where they are now. Yeah, average hold is 10 seconds or something, right? So like, like what? Even if Kai Cenat went on there, right? Who's trading here's how the Kai Cenat coin would go exactly like the Yeezy coin went, right? Like all the celebrity tokens follow a similar trajectory because there's really nothing supporting it or any kind of like how do I expect it to go to the moon, right? Like, are we just trading the actual value of this person? Anyway, you'll probably still see me on there because I need money, dude. I need money to survive, guys. I know you don't believe it, but it's true. Enough of that. Enough of Pump Fun. I'm done talking about Alon. I'm done talking about Solana for the rest of my life. Now I want to talk about this. Something very important to all of us. the Goyim on Sonic. We're going to address the Goyim problem on Sonic once and for all. Now, the problem of Kaido Yap farmers. Okay, season 1 is over. Thank God. I saw a tweet actually right before I started the stream. Someone said, feels like there's only 20 people in the timeline now that the Kaido Yap farming has ended. Which is the news of the day. Season 1 has ended for Kaido's Yap farming, so expect to see less Sonic spam on your timeline. But the season 2 is just starting. Is starting in like 2 weeks, so you don't get too used to it. But I wanted to go down through some of the details here because I didn't even realize that it was broken up by region, where like Koreans are getting like not more tokens, but you have a if you are a really good Mandarin or Korean speaker and you can go viral, there's a lot of tokens up for grabs. Yeah, that's right, Followed. So no more AI slop for now. But this is what I wanted to point out. So the claim period is from October 8th to October 22nd for round 1. So if you placed on the list, be sure to collect your stuff. Make a date, make an appointment for yourself for. Wow, that's like 3 weeks away. Okay, so on October 8th, set a little note for yourself to come collect your yaps, your yap dollars. But I want to take a look at round 2. So round 2 is different because it's going to be divided into 1 month dashes with 300,000 S tokens allocated to each dash. So I think this will make it better in terms of like specifically targeting, right? Like we can see like who's actually generating results maybe. Probably it also just makes it easier to manage if you're doing it monthly. Top 250 yappers will be rewarded. And the rankings will base. Okay, this actually just makes it a lot more fair. Rankings are based off a 1 month leaderboard. So if we're setting every month, then 8-bit Sam doesn't just get to take over and stay on top until the whole thing's over. They're also teasing something called Sonic Wave, which they have provided absolutely no other information about. I have no idea what that could possibly even be. But yeah, okay, so very cool. I was looking at this and I was trying to see like, okay, so it's like season 2 starting now, but it doesn't look like season 2 has started yet. At least when I go on Kaido, like there's no freaking Sonic field, which is whatever. I'm not really a big Kaido yapper. If you're a Kaido yapper out there, let me know. Tell me how you do it. How do you live with yourself? Let's see here. Okay. Moving on. We got Winter Mute is back. You guys heard this? Winter Mute is back. I don't really know how I feel about that. I don't know how to feel about Wintermute. I feel like the mainstream media has been turning me against Wintermute for a while. Because every day I go for a while. When we had Wintermute originally, I'd go on the timeline and people would be like, "Wintermute is dumping. Wintermute has ruined our lives. Wintermute has taken all of our money. It's sent Sonic to zero." But now we're like really excited to have him back. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea how to feel about Wintermute coming back. I guess it's good. I mean, we're celebrating it like it's a good thing, so it must be good. And they're one of the better ranked market makers, or so I've been told. So I guess it's good. Like I feel perplexed. I feel confused. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, Followed Zone. It's like I'm getting whiplash. I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm going to choose to believe that this is positive. This is not the only market maker active on Sonic. And they're going to be speaking at Singapore, and I'll be there. So I'll be able to ask them in person. Wintermute just follows orders of the contract. We're going to do a market maker special one day, because I was researching a little bit about market makers, and there's a lot to them. There's a lot to them. But Gavin, does this mean that when the price is going down, the contract says that the price should go down? That Matt is negotiating the contracts to say that we should go to zero? This is concerning to me. We're gonna need to start talking. I want to see the contract. Pull up the contract. I want that in my inbox by the end of the day. We're gonna bring it up on the next show. Anyway, they're a gold sponsor. I don't really know what gold means. I guess that means they paid a lot of money. Hopefully they'll be speaking. I'm sure I'll be able to meet somebody. If you guys have any questions for Wintermute, shoot them my way. Okay. Questions for anyone at Sonic Summit, shoot them my way. I'll try to get some content made for you guys. I'll try to do some man on the street interviews. Do we have anything about the conference on here? All this shit here? Yeah, we got one. Okay. Next up, Wintermute. God bless you, Wintermute. Next up, I want to showcase Mew Mew's video. She couldn't be here today, but she's got a nice little video she made. So I'm going to play this just like we do when teacher's sick. Okay, I'm gonna play it, leave it on silent, and we can react to this after.
What if investing in crypto felt as easy as buying a stock? That's exactly what an ETF makes possible. And for Sonic, a US Sonic ETF could be the unlock for mainstream adoption. An ETF, or exchange traded fund, is like a wrapper. You don't buy the asset directly, you buy the share, the wrapper. Inside, it's mapped to the chosen asset. And to keep the wrapper's price aligned with what's inside, market makers and other institutions called authorized participants, or APs, step in to balance supply and demand. In Sonic's case, the ETF wrapper would hold S, was a custodian. Investors would simply buy and sell ETF shares through their regular brokerage accounts, just like they do with stocks. Behind the scenes, APs make sure the share price tracks the actual value of S. So why do investors use ETFs? Because they run on familiar, trusted rails, trade on existing brokerage, backed by regulated disclosures, settle like stocks, offer deep liquidity. In short, less friction, more access. Here's the bigger picture. Many pensions, RIAs, and treasuries can't use crypto exchanges or self-custody assets. A regulated ETF gives them an access point, opening the door for serious capital to enter the S ecosystem. If approved, a Sonic ETF could unlock global capital markets, boost S liquidity and price discovery, bring institutions directly into the fold, accelerate ecosystem growth. And with a ticker listed on broker platforms, as gain visibility and credibility. The attention flows back into Sonic's on-chain apps, powering payments, real-time trading, and programmatic finance. Of course, this isn't automatic. Any ETF must go through strict legal reviews, custody arrangements, and regulator approval. Nothing moves forward until filings are public. At its core, a US Sonic ETF is about accessibility, credibility, and liquidity. It's a way to let more investors and bigger institutions participate in Sonic's vision, paving the path for adoption at scale.
Wow, there you go, guys. Are you guys ready for adoption at scale? We got some questions here. Sonic eligible to fast track the ETF with the new digital asset ETF rules? Gavin says yes, and I'm inclined to believe him. But if we want to look up the digital asset ETF rules, let's check them out. Fast track ETF rules. Bam. Approve standards that can lead to a flurry of new crypto ETFs. Passing the buck on reviewing proposals to list. This, I'm surprised that they called it this. Passing the buck. Today, okay, let's actually look up a summary of this. I'm not actually going to read this. Let's see. Dude, do we not have any details on it? Okay, so it's going to permit the generic listing and trading of commodity-based trust shares that meet the requirements set forth in proposed rule. Okay. Okay. Okay, so under the current rules, exchanges must file some form, and it triggers a review period of up to 240 days. The new listing will reduce that timeline to as little as 75 days and allow the trading of crypto products that meet those standards without the form's approval. So yeah, that fast tracking is pretty serious. Hello, RBS. That fast tracking is pretty serious, and it does seem like it's exactly. I'm sharing the. What am I sharing right now? Oh, okay. I was exactly what I was reading. Okay, perfect. But yeah, from what it seems like, we should be able to fast track through this because it seemed like you had to have that form approved. It took 240 days, and now they've streamlined the process by removing that requirement. So boring, dude. That's so boring. That's the most boring thing I've ever heard, but hopefully it's good for us. They, removed one of the forms at the business DMV you need to fill out. So quite positive for us, and it seems like it's going to be necessary to compete in the current crypto landscape as we've seen all these other ETFs take off, and that's particularly Solana putting up big numbers. Now let's talk a little bit about Sonic Singapore. This is a big component of Sonic September, so we got to talk about it, guys. We got to talk about it. This is what's going to save us here, Sonic Singapore. One change we made for Sonic Summit, this from Luis, was inviting speakers from outside of Sonic. In Vienna, the focus was 100% Sonic. In Singapore, dedicated about 10 to 15% to external voices, bringing in fresh perspectives. I think this is good. I'm excited for Singapore. I'm excited to meet a lot of people. I've had a look at the list already of people that are going to be speaking, and it's going to be nicely diversified. We got some big names, and we're going to be covering a lot of topics. Everything from, but it seems to me actually specifically it's going to be like AI and again like the ETF stuff. So guys, this is going to be pretty hot. I'm super stoked for it. Hopefully this will be like the catalyst we need to kind of get everyone thinking and talking about Sonic again. We're going to have to make a big stunt, dude. You guys can think of a big stunt I should do on stage. Let me know. Because I might just come up with one on my own devices. Maybe I launch my token there. That'll save it. I'll launch my streamer token live, right? That'll get everyone. I'm kidding. Anyway, the analyst says, love the solo stream. Thank you. This is what I need more of. We need more analysts, okay? So Sonic Singapore, looking good. Let me pull up. I don't know how much I can say about it. I don't know if I can talk about, like, I think they released the list already. But I don't know. I don't want to expose someone. Anyway, we'll talk a little bit about that. It's early next week because I'm leaving next week for it. And next up, some more. I don't know if this is quite bullish. It's interesting news. Sonic Strategy announces a total network exposure of 168 million Sonic with the launch of a second validator with 126.6 million S tokens. The largest self-staked operator on the blockchain. Pretty cool, right? This guy points out, though, these are just S that they got from the foundation. Dr. DeFi comes in to try and school him here. But it is worth noting. I mean, this is big. Yeah, attendees is on the summit page. No? Okay, yeah, we could talk about it a little bit then. Sonic Summit. But yeah, I think this is significant in that, I mean, obviously it's significant that he's the second largest validator on S. So I guess it's significant to me in that it's showing that the Sonic strategies becoming more and more enmeshed in the network, right? They truly are fully invested in us right now. I mean, you couldn't really, I mean, I kind of assumed with their name being Sonic Strategy and their big buys and raises, but I guess it's just better alignment between us. And by us, I mean my invested token in them. So big shout out to Mitchell. Keep it up, dude. Keep, I don't know, bettering the network, validating. I need you to keep validating, definitely. But anyway, Sonic Summit Singapore. Okay, yeah, let's take out the guest list, speaker list. So we've got Alex from Nansen. Whoa, we got Michael Kahn. That's a big get, guys. This guy, Mickey Hardy. He looks too young. This guy is pretty big deal. Takatoshi Shibayama, the head of APAC and Ledger. I'm pretty stoked to talk to this guy. He's like newly hired at Ledger, I think. He's been there for like 6 months, but he's got a lot of experience in APAC running. He's been the director of APAC for a bunch of crypto companies. But yeah, guys, this thing is kind of packed, dude. We got Daniele there. We'll be talking a little bit about Hey Anon. We got, wait a minute. We got Seg, dude. We're going to be talking about Spawn. I think this is going to be a really fun one, guys. I'm really excited to host this and to meet all these people. Because it's it is quite big, dude. These are quite a lot of big names. So, we got Mew Mew, dude. You know how hard she used to get, dude? Does Andre ever go to these things? Andre doesn't seem to go to these kinds of things. I've never seen him at one of these things. The only time I ever saw Andre at a conference was at like Quantum, I think. And he was like doing like a speech, or like not a speech. He was doing like a telecommed in thing. You know, he likes to play it. He likes to play it close to his chest. I don't know. Maybe he's embarrassed of Sonic, dude. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to associate with us too much. I mean, Andre was at Permissionless. Okay. Eggs, did you meet him? Mr. Eggs, let me know if you met him. I want to meet Andre. I still haven't met Andre yet. And it kind of hurts my feelings, dude. I want to meet Andre. He's supposed to be like the most charismatic guy in the world, dude. Everyone's in love with him. Let's see here. Okay, I think I have enough of that for this next thing here. Oh wait, this is a big one. I just saw this before the show started, so I wanted to share it with you guys because like he's very handsome. What was I saying? I saw this before the show started and I thought it was really funny just because like MetaMask having a token has been like a meme, or like I feel like it's not even like a meme. I feel like people would say MetaMask token literally just like as like a spiteful thing to summon bots to your replies. And it's something I don't think anyone ever really truly expected. I never really expected MetaMask to launch a token, but
the mass token is coming. It may come sooner than you would expect right now. And it is significantly related to the decentralization of certain aspects of the MetaMask platform.
I don't know what that could be implying. It's significantly related to the decentralized aspect of the MetaMask platform. Put in the comments what you think your MetaMask airdrop is going to be, how much mask you think you're going to get, how much you think it's going to be worth. Because I haven't used MetaMask in like years. I haven't used MetaMask in years, but I did use it quite a lot when I was using it. So hopefully that counts for something. MetaMask might save me this cycle, dude. MetaMask might save me this cycle, and in turn will save Sonic. Because like an idiot, I'll just dump it all into this stupid token. $2. Probably realistic Fall Zone. When you think about how many people they serve, I don't know. It just seems unbelievable that I would get anything significant. But I like to believe, guys. I like to believe. Let's see here. Okay, we're kind of rolling. We're rolling through these topics. If you use their expensive ass swap, you'll get some. Yeah, their swap is really bad. I don't think I use their swap even when I use their wallet. I mean, Rabbi's isn't. Most wallet swaps are not that great, to be honest. But I don't think I have MetaMask and sell. Oh yeah, Rabbi token will save us. I've heard the rumors of the Rabbi token for quite a while. Rabbi was counting points for a minute one day. Let me see. You can trade perps on Rabbi. Wait a minute. Sorry, guys. We're discovering something just now. I'm discovering something in real time. You can do. Look, this perp shit is out of control, dude. Pretty soon they're gonna be selling perps at the gas station, man. They're gonna be selling perps right alongside those little honey pills, the little honey pouches and the dick pills, the rhino pills. You're gonna be able to buy perps. You can buy 10x along on Bitcoin, along with your pick 5. This is crazy, dude. Rabbi's got perps. That's wild. Anyway, speaking of perps, y'all know about derps, perps and derps, because I'm trying to make a perp in derp, man. And what I mean by all this is they got Hyperliquid now like Phantom. Oh my god. What I'm talking about now is Derp Quest. You guys ever heard of Derp Quest? From friend of the show, Funeral, his newest product, Derp Quest. If you didn't see this here, you get to make your own character. If you like D&D, if you're familiar with D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, you'll be familiar with this. Let's take a little look through his site, though. So first off, this is like a little. I've already made a derp. Okay. My D-Bay rank will surely say with the Rabbi drop, surely. I wouldn't count on it. Hey, Gavin, I did the same, dude. Gavin, if I had held my hype airdrop, shoot, dude, we're not going to talk about that. I'm not trying to get suicidal on stream. Don't talk about this kind of stuff, dude. Anyway, welcome to Derplandia. Participate in the Derp Quest idle game to farm essential materials, craft and equip powerful items to your heroes to maximize their potential. Team up with other players to join both official, community-created campaigns forge alliances, conquer dungeons, and write your own story in the Derpiverse. Now, this is awesome. I think we talked about this a little bit last time we had Funeral, and we were talking a little bit about a game, I think. This is super cool to me. I really like this idea. If you've ever played Dungeons and Dragons or know anyone that's played Dungeons and Dragons, there's a lot of these supplemental online tools that people use to play Dungeons and Dragons. It seems like a no-brainer to kind of just copy these on chain or to build equivalents. And yeah, I'm super stoked. I love this kind of stuff. So I'm super excited to start playing in some of these campaigns. I'm also interested in the idle game aspect of it. But I don't know too many details on that yet. But what they have released is a character creator so far. So that's what we're going to do. So you roll new characters and discover the hero that fits your playstyle. Mint the character you want using derps. So we have a couple classes to pick from: warrior, mage, rogue, ranger, and priest. And then we have a couple races: dwarf, elf, derp. So basically, let's just get started, guys. I've named this one Sonic Chan, but we can name him wherever. Follow says, I'd be a hype maxi. Instead, I'm stuck here with you all. Hey, aren't we all, buddy? We're all stuck in Andre's torture chamber. So let's check out our create a class here. Now, this one. So what's interesting about this system here, if you ever play Dungeons and Dragons, you have a character, they have a bunch of stats, right? And those stats have points in them. Those points, affect your ability to use that statistic, right? Obviously, it makes sense. Got a high number in your intelligence, you're a smart person. High strength, you're strong. Very basic, okay? Now, obviously, everyone can't have a busted character that's got max stats and everything. So there's a couple ways you randomize this. Usually use a point system. What Funeral's done here is very clever. It's all random. So what you do is you come in here. Let's actually change our name. Let's just change our name to something like, let's change Corvallis, okay? Now we roll, right? All my stat distributions, right? What numbers do I want? And what you can see here is down at the bottom, when you roll, the price to mint changes, right? And this price depends on your stat distribution. So the more beast mode your character is, the more expensive they're going to be. Cool stuff, I think. I don't remember how much derp I have. I hope I have enough. But let's see. I already made a mage. Let's make a dwarf, okay? Make a dwarf warrior. No, wait, dwarf rogue. I feel like this is much more representative of me than any of these other race and class options. I'm from the mines of dude, and I'm dark-skinned, dude. Okay. Now here we go. Now we're a rogue, so I think we want to have high dexterity and charisma. Let's see if we can get it. We'll see if we can get. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, and it's only 100 derp. I'm minting that bad boy. This is what we call a classic D&D stat distribution here, okay? All right, minting. Okay. And there we go. Now we can view it on Paint Swap. Let's check it out. What do I got? Yeah, I feel like if you're selling yours at this point, there's no hope for you. You don't understand markets. You don't understand anything. I feel like if you're selling your derp hero right now, you don't understand anything about life. But thankfully, no one is selling. But where is mine, dude? Let's go here. You guys get to see all my NFTs again. All my beautiful NFTs. Okay, yeah, here we go. We got Corvallis and we got Corval, dude. Look at this stud. Look at this stud from Derp Corp, dude. And I've got 28 intelligence, so do not mess with me, okay? I'll be casting spells like you've never even seen, okay? So that's Derp Quest for you guys. I'm stoked for this one. I'm excited to see what's next, what kind of quests we get, what kind of campaigns we can play. Let me see if I can get back there. Let's see here. Okay, now only the character creators up. Okay, yep, cool. Well, that's Derp Quest for you guys. Real cool stuff launching on Sonic. Still, we got artists still working, dude. Even if Andre beats and berates and hits us and spits on us and stabs us, we're still gonna be building. We're still gonna be making art here on the chain. All right. Now, one last thing I wanted to mention. Also, friends of the show, also on a previous episode, I think the very last episode, Fly Trade Boost Epoch 3 is live. They're offering 16,000 rewards on Sonic Labs for making trades on Shadow on Sonic's Shadow, Anon, Wrapped S, Wrapped ETH, or Wrapped Bitcoin. So you get paid to swap here on Fly Trade. Give them a check out. Give them a check out. My ability with the English language is kind of falling. It's in free fall recently, I've noticed. I think it's because these braces, but I don't know. Anyway, derp. How many familiar faces right now? Look, we're all familiar faces. We're all friends and family here in this stream. That's what I've noticed. That's why we got to launch on Pump. We got to bring some new blood in here. Got to introduce you guys some new friends, some new fresh meat to dump on. Just kidding. Here on Sonic, we only engage in economic activity that's net positive for both parties. Okay, guys, keep that in mind. That's what we're doing here on Fly Trade. That's what we're doing here on Derp Quest. Let me think. Do I got anything else I want to talk about on today's episode? Kind of went through our news docket. I think that's it, guys. We're going into the weekend. Some instability going into the weekend. Guys, don't feel bad. Don't get scared. Just remember, over the weekend, Corval's losing money. No matter what's happening, Corval is going to be losing money, so you're going to be doing all right. All right? You're still doing okay. All right? So I'll see you guys Tuesday. We'll have another episode. I think Mew Mew's back by then. Do I think the NASDAQ pipe will come before Flying Tulip? That's a good question. That's a really good question. I feel like it's a hard one to estimate. My gut says Flying Tulip first, but that's just a guess. As a complete total fucking guess, I have no more insight on that than anyone else. Thank you, David Shaw. Thank you all. Adios. See you Tuesday. Till next time.
GM Sonic is Corval and Dracula Presley. GM.